Looking for hormone-free birth control, the diaphragm is a reusable barrier method. It's an effective option that gives you control only when you need it. First, let's talk about how the diaphragm works. A diaphragm is a flexible, dome-shaped cup made out of silicone or latex that is inserted into the vagina to cover the cervix. It works as a barrier method, meaning it blocks sperm from entering the uterus and reaching the egg. It is used with spermicide, which helps kill and immobilize sperm. By combining the barrier and spermicide, the diaphragm helps reduce the chances of fertility. Next are the instructions for use. Before inserting the diaphragm, you apply spermicide to the inside of the cup, then you fold the diaphragm in half and gently insert into the vagina, pushing it up until it covers the cervix. It can be inserted up to a few hours before intercourse. After intercourse, the diaphragm must stay in place for at least 6 hours to allow the spermicide to work. However, it should not stay in longer than 24 hours total. If someone has sex again while the diaphragm is still in place, they should add more spermicide without removing the diaphragm. After use, the diaphragm is removed, washed with mild soap and water, dried, and stored for future. Now let's discuss the failure rates. With perfect use, meaning it's used correctly every single time, the diaphragm has about 5% failure rate per year. With typical use, which includes human error such as incorrect placement or forgetting spermicide, the failure rate is about 18 to 20%. This means that 18 to 20 people out of every 100 will become pregnant during their first year of use. Let's talk about the cost. The costs range from $0 to about $250 for the diaphragm, but many health insurance cover the costs as well as family planning clinics. The good news is that diaphragms can last about 2 years if it's properly cared for. There are several advantages, like being reusable and being able to wash it, low maintenance, which doesn't require you to take it every day, only when you're active, and not hormonal, which doesn't interfere with your body's natural hormones. Additionally, it's free from side effects, it's empowering, you don't have to rely on your partner, and it's good for sexual spontaneity. However, there are also disadvantages, which requires correct insertion and fitting by a healthcare provider, must be used with spermicide every time. Some people may experience vaginal irritation or allergies due to the latex, and then also may increase risk of urinary tract infection. Additionally, there is a rare risk of toxic shock syndrome if left in too long. It's less effective than some other contraceptive methods, and it may become dislodged during intercourse, putting you at risk for pregnancy. There also is a feeling of uncomfortable at first when you're learning to insert the diaphragm correctly. A very important point is that no, diaphragms don't protect against STIs. But using a diaphragm and a condom together greatly reduce your pregnancy risks while providing protection against STIs. Finally, let's talk about how to get a diaphragm. A prescription is required for a healthcare provider to fit you during a pelvic exam to ensure it's the correct size. These services are available through doctors, OBGYNs, or family planning clinics. In summary, the diaphragm is a reusable, hormone-free barrier birth control method that can be a safe and flexible option for individuals who prefer non-hormonal contraception. Thank you for listening to me, and these are my references.